Dude, I'm too old to take those kind of risks nowadays. So I'm like, you know what?
You're like seatbelt,
safe.
Mustang.
Okay, I'm not saying it's safe because we are doing excessive speeds with 150 pounds strapped to the back or the front of the car. And yeah, so it's definitely like skirting you all over the road, but it's fun, man.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces.
2023.
We made it.
We made it 2023. We got out of 2022.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a crazy year.
22 was a lot of fun.
It was a good year. It was a great learning year for me and my business, at least.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of got out of the pandemic-ish.
Yeah.
And onto, I don't know, kind of back to normal. But I wouldn't say normal. Yeah. It was a new normal, I guess.
Yeah. Whatever normal is, I think normal is just kind of what you make it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was a great year. I mean, look, we started this podcast.
Yeah, we did. We started the podcast. We got it going, and we're still doing it.
Yeah, for everybody out there that doesn't know, we're killing it.
We're killing it. No, it's doing well. I think we're getting great responses from people, and that's what keeps us pushing and keeps us doing it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we would have gave up.
I mean, honestly, I hope you guys out there feel the same way. It's been fun to kind of like have these conversations again. After being in the industry for so long, you kind of just get jaded with the industry, and it starts feeling kind of like work.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And this podcast, hopefully for you guys out there too, is a constant reminder for me, even though it's certainly work, right?
Yeah,
it takes
it's hard
work to get here to do it. You guys editing everything, getting all these awesome guests here, but it really kind of like ignites that fire again to where like, dude, we're in an awesome industry. We deal with awesome people. We do a lot of awesome things, and there's tons of awesome stories. And it's
been
rad.
fun, man. It's been so much fun. And it's like when we're doing it, it's so rad just to chill, hang out, and talk, and just really just bullshit.
Yeah. What would you say was if you could pick two things from last year? I know I always put everybody on the spot, and then nobody ever has a fucking answer for it. But like,
it's weird. I wonder why.
Do you have like a peak and pit moment from 2022?
Man, that's a hard one because you put me on the spot right now.
I know.
But I think the peak was starting the podcast because it's one of those things that I've wanted to do for over a year. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I really want to start a podcast. I really want to do it.
Like,
and when I present it,
talk about it, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, when I present it to you, you're like, I want you to be on it. I was like, because ultimately the idea was just to do it with Gibson.
Yeah.
It's like have Gibson have his own podcast. And then you're like, well, I want you to host it and be on it. I'm like, actually, yeah, I'm down. That sounds awesome. I would love to. And it makes it perfect. Like, I feel like we vibe off each other and we've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
That's been so good. I think that was my peak was starting it and getting it going, and now it's still going. So it makes me really happy. My pit, I don't know, man. It was a crazy year. I would say closing my old studio was kind of the pit, but it wasn't a bad thing either.
Yeah.
It was tough to close because I was there for 5 years and I built that place exactly how I wanted it.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of money, a lot of time into it, and I loved the place because it was like the ultimate man cave. Right. And it was huge and it was badass, but I was just wasting space. I was wasting money on it. Uh-huh. And I was never there anymore because I was always in the field filming.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't worth it anymore, man. And then our landlords came in and they're like, oh, we're raising your rates 75%. Ugh. I'm like, dude, we've been here for 5 years. Like, you have 4 empty buildings in this place already. You're about to have number 5.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't care. I mean, they're a conglomerate company, man. They're a conglomerate. Like, oh, we'll cut you 1 cent off of what we raised you. I'm like, cool. So you raise it 74%. That's not going to help me, man. Funniest thing is they're legit right across the street from here. I drive by it all the time. And it's still empty.
Oh, perfect.
8 months later, still empty.
You're like winning.
Yeah. Oh, dude, screw those guys, man. But I think that was the pit on for me. It was really hard to close the place, but it was a great learning experience. And now that we've got this place up and going and it's pretty built out now. So I was like, all right, you know what? We're good. We're back in full swing of things. I wasn't using the psych wall and the cove anymore as much as I wanted to anyways. Yeah. So it was like one of those things, all right, cool. Let's just come in here. We got great editing space. We got great place for all of our equipment now. and we got a badass podcast studio.
Well, and for those that don't know Bryant Lambert, like as a business, super legit. I mean, more than just a guy with a camera. Like, I mean, doing stuff for Mercedes, GM, crazy stuff. I mean, he's got a car specifically for holding a camera.
Filming cars.
And filming cars.
Yeah.
And it's a go fast car, but to film even faster
cars. Go fast cars.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Ford Mustang Saleen, and it's got 750 horsepower with a shot over camera mounted to it.
Do you drive it daily or?
Yeah, it is a daily driver. We don't drive it daily because we really like to save it for the camera car stuff.
Yeah.
But it is fully built. So like there's actually like metal coming off the chassis. It's fully built and we rig it up as we go. If you go to my Instagram, you can see we have a bunch of posts on there about it. But it's cool, man. We really enjoy.
Like he got over hanging out the side of the car door, right? Trying to film him like in a rental car.
Yeah, always, man. You get a minivan, open the side door and film the side, or legit hang out the front of it and
bouncing off the rev limiter in a minivan with the door open, trying to film it.
Dude, I'm too old to take those kind of risks nowadays. So I'm like, you know what?
You're like seatbelt,
safe.
Mustang.
Okay, I'm not saying it's safe because we are doing excessive speeds with 150 pounds strapped to the back or the front of the car. And, yeah, so it's definitely like skirting you all over the road, but it's fun, man. But I mean, we just filmed a Lizzo concert for that rap artist Lizzo.
A Lizzo concert?
Yeah.
You filmed the concert?
Yeah, for HBO.
Shut up.
It's actually out on HBO now. You guys go check it out. It's on HBO Max. We did not produce it, but we did film it. We brought our camera system that we actually put on the camera car.
That's like a big deal, dude.
It was
How do we
cool.
not know about this?
I don't know, man. Just because it's work for me, and it's just like you.
I'm not a fan of Lizzo. You're like, I didn't really want to tell anyone.
Honestly, it was really cool. It was a really cool experience to be able to do that. It was just straight Hollywood work for sure. It's Hollywood broadcast work, and we're doing that stuff and just really enjoying it.
Have you done that a lot before?
No, it's actually kind of new for us. I mean, I just want to do these bigger productions and be out. Like I didn't do anything. Like I showed up. It was 3 days. We showed up a prep day. It was 2 days of concerts. It was at the Forum in LA. Wow. So we showed up. We move-in day was kind of our prep day. So we moved in, and that night was the first concert, and the next day was the second concert. And we had the camera set up on like a big RC car. It's called an Agito. Yeah. And it drives up and down the stage like this, back and forth. And we just filmed the concert. And then by the end of the weekend, we're out.
So does it take two people to control that thing?
Two
one
people.
person to drive it, one person to control the camera, right?
3 people, actually. So there's one person driving the RC car. There's me controlling the actual camera head, the zooming and all that stuff. And then you have one guy just doing focus.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean,
have you ever like run into something and had to like back out and go, oops?
The craziest thing with this system, yes, I have with our system for sure, but this system was on a magnetic track. So they laid down this magnetic track. So all the guy has to do is press forward and back on the controller, and it follows the track.
Consistent the whole time.
It never missed a beat. It's always exactly where it needs to be.
How was the concert?
It was cool. It was interesting. She's very interesting. Don't get me wrong, she's an amazing singer.
Yeah.
It was very interesting, but Cardi B was there, which was kind of cool. Like Cardi B's massive, so it was like kind of cool to see her, and we were like 5 feet away from her, so it's kind of surreal seeing that. Missy Elliott was there.
Wow. I mean, so they all had talent to get to this point.
Yes.
But now they've kind of turned into entertainers.
Yes, for sure. They're all entertainers,
that's
man.
where you make the money.
Exactly. That's what they do.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do, guys. Entertain.
Yeah, we're trying to. So if you guys like us, we're trying to make money over here. But all in all, man, it was cool. So I mean, that's the stuff we've been doing. We just shot 4 days for Mercedes. That was a cool deal. It's just social media stuff.
Now, can you say anything about what you shot yet for Mercedes?
Yeah, the cars are already out there. They're brand new electric cars.
Oh, okay, wow.
They're actually pretty cool, man. They're rad. I mean, I'm not, for me, as we talk about electric all the time, they're not for me yet, but they are, they're pretty cool vehicles, and I'm excited to see what they put out there. I linked up with Richard Thompson. He's an amazing photographer. He's probably one of the best in the automotive industry, hands down. He worked for Pagani for years.
Oh, damn.
So he's LA based, but Richard is a really close friend of mine. I've worked with him for 5 or 6 years now through like Chevrolet stuff. And
so when are we going to schedule him on the podcast?
We'll get him on for sure. He would love to come on and chat. He's very soft spoken,
awesome,
but he is so smart, and he is just like, he's an amazing person. So it'll be really cool and very interesting to get Richard on the podcast, and he'll outsmart both of us all day. But he's got the craziest stories because he's worked in these very high-end car community for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's very well respected.
Well, it's a very niche, tight market too. It's like people can't just go jump into those high-end supercar markets and just like, hey, I'm going to be the camera guy. Like, it takes
have to be known
to get into that and prove yourself. Like, it's work, and once you're there, you still got to maintain it too.
Yeah, you got to stay in there, and it's crazy because Richard's not one of those guys that's shooting every day. But when he's shooting very high end stuff. Wow. And he's just straight friends with the guys from Germany of Mercedes that are designing these cars. He's like, oh yeah, this guy did this and this guy did that. I'm like, you're just friends with them. Like, no big deal. You're texting back and forth through your German friends that are designing the Mercedes cars.
Sending like adult memes back and forth.
Exactly, man. It's really cool. And he's a really good dude. He's very artistic in general. He's very into playing instruments and all that too as well. So he's just a really artistic person, but very, very good. His stuff is just mind blowing. You have to look him up. His Instagram is RVTIII. It's RVT3.
Okay.
But he's just a really, really amazing what he does. And he's an incredible photographer and just an artist. If anything, he's an artist.
That's
for sure.
awesome.
So it was good. It was it was a cool way to end the year.
Yeah.
It was a very fun way to end the year.
Yeah.
And then I kind of clocked out for about 2 weeks, man. Just
oh heck yeah.
I was out New Year's. I did nothing. Just hang out with my business partner Matt, and then we went over to my girlfriend Chelsea's mom's house, and we just chilled. And we were home by 11 p.m. I think we just chilled on the couch till midnight and rung in the new year.
That's awesome.
And went to sleep. So it was a great way to start the year. And Monday was Sunday. Sunday was New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So woke up, went to the gym, and I've been really cranking on the gym, trying to get into good shape to stay healthy for the rest of my life. And
well, I mean, you saw me bringing a
you brought lunch pail.
My wife made me a lunch today. Although yesterday I was feeling extremely old, and you might see me kind of move a little weird today. So I, same thing.
Yeah.
Get back on the treadmill.
Yep.
I just have, probably since Thanksgiving, I haven't done anything working out. I'm like, just gonna power through the year.
Just get there, finish it off.
Exercise. Must have just sat on the couch wrong because I woke up yesterday with the stiffest neck from my neck to my shoulder. I couldn't even roll over in bed. Like, it was
my gosh,
probably the worst I've ever felt. I'm like,
dude.
Oh my gosh, take my breath away. And I felt so damn old.
This sucks.
It does.
You didn't even do anything cool.
I did nothing cool. I mean, last time this happened, I was like washing my hair, and I don't have a whole bunch of that either. I'm like, dude, getting old sucks. But wife's like, you need to take a bath. You need to do this. I'm like, fine. Actually, I feel pretty good today. So
honestly, it works.
I'm like, okay, it feels good. Now it's just sore from beating the shit out of it, trying to knock it down.
Get it, yeah, exactly. Trying to get it loosened up.
You need to go get a massage. How you get a massage concrete? The shit is so damn tight.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh man.
But that's how my new year started. But
but how did it end? How did 2022 end for you?
Yeah, I guess my peak and pit. I mean, putting you on the spot, gonna put myself on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
What did I? Yeah. How do I answer this?
Yeah. How do I answer this? And I guess the peak kind of relates to. The peak and the pit kind of both relate, I think, to just business. Mm-hmm. Coming out of COVID, it was a wild time for our industry. Busy, and things kind of corrected themselves.
Yeah.
And it slowed down. Mm-hmm. And it was a little, the peak was like, shit slowed down, man.
That's
Things
nice.
got soft, right? We can kind of get back going, but then it was also, that turned into the pit. I'm like, oh shit. Stuff slowed down.
What are we doing
right?
now? Yeah.
And in the first quarter of the year, things were a bit slow. It just was kind of just unknown. But I mean, if you took the 2 COVID years or however many years it was out of the way and just went from 18 into 22, then things were
it was
good.
Normal.
And throughout the year, maybe it's because of this podcast or everything that we've been doing.
Yeah.
We finished off, at least for a calendar year, up.
Good.
And we finished off great. And
good.
So that allowed me to go into, the end of the year just
feeling good.
And so for,
the best way to end it.
What, the 24th to last Monday or this Monday, I was just going to pretend I didn't have a job.
That's awesome, man. I did the same thing, dude.
I'm going to clock out. We went to Glamis with the family. So we did, Christmas Eve with my parents. My parents flew in. It was awesome. We were trying to get them down here.
I know.
But,
next time.
we're going to get them on this team.
Yeah, we'll get them. Exactly. We'll get them.
They flew in. So I haven't seen them in a long time. That was awesome. So we had New Year's Eve with like my family, and then Christmas Day, my wife wanted to host it at our house.
Nice.
And that was awesome. Had a lot of her family and my family mixed.
Good, man.
I think 35 people there.
Nice.
Cooked prime ribs, everything. Good. The biggest peak, my wife's gonna hate us for this, is my father-in-law. He's like a butcher.
Yeah.
Like big on meat, big on cooking, and went and just got like this awesome 20-pound prime rib for us, man.
Amazing.
It's been working on this thing for a while.
Yeah.
But the problem is he lives in San Pedro, so that's about an hour and a half away from, give or take with traffic or whatever. It can be an hour, or it can be 2 hours, depending on traffic. Right? Yeah. So my wife was going down and happened to pick it up. She left it in the garage for that night. She left it in the trunk of the car that night, 2 days before Christmas. And, in the garage, it was cold outside, but it was warm in the garage. Man, that thing was destroyed.
Oh, 20 pounds.
Oh, and it was so epic. And then I'm like, I don't know where to go.
How do I go buy a 20 pounds?
She's like, just go buy one. I go, your dad's going to know. He's going to know this is not his piece of me. I can't just can't replicate this.
No way.
Yeah. So then I had to go, I called my sister. She's got a Costco card. Hey, I need to borrow your Costco card. I went to Costco and I had to get two. So it was like a 15-pounder and a 7-pounder to do it. And
you just tell him you had to cut it in half?
I ended up telling him. I go, hey, just between you and me,
do not say anything.
Let's pretend like I didn't tell you, but this is what's going on. What do you suggest? He's like, okay.
You called him?
I did. I had to break it to him because I was like, I can't hide this from him.
No, you can't, dude. It'd be so bad.
My father-in-law. You can't lie to him. And stuff. So then I go through that, and then that led to the Costco adventure where I'm rolling up, buying this stuff.
Yeah.
2 days before Christmas. It's packed. I got there when it first opened. There's already lines to get in.
Of course.
And the lady goes to check my card.
Oh, it's not you.
Check. Well, where's your card? Well, that's my wife's card. It was my
that works.
Card.
Yeah.
Well, where's your card? You can't use her card. I'm like, look, lady, my wife was my sister.
Yeah.
Just gave me this card, told me to come buy this prime rib because she left it in the damn car the other night and ruined Christmas. I need this. I'll have to talk to the manager about this.
Oh my gosh.
What? Fine. I'm sitting there waiting in line. The guy behind me is like, I would have paid for you, but then I saw those big prime ribs in there, dude.
It's like, no, I can't pay for that.
Yeah. I'm like, it's all good, man. They come back and the lady's like, you know what? This one time only, but if you try using this card again, we're going to revoke your membership.
Shut up, dude.
Merry Christmas.
No way.
Yeah. I'm not trying to steal it.
I'm trying to pay you for this.
Paying you for it. Yes.
Oh my God.
But then
that's ridiculous.
But it's like a lot of things. I think you got to go through those steps because in the end, when the prime rib was done, it was stressful because I don't cook prime rib all the time. I cook it once a year.
Yeah,
and I do,
and it's easy to mess up.
Man, and then I'm cooking one that's a 7-pounder, one that's a 15-pounder.
It's way different.
I'm trying to get them all to come out at the same time, but in the end, with all the sides, all the family,
it was amazing.
It was so worth it, and
good.
I think it was more worth it because of the headaches that it took
for sure to get there. Yeah.
So in the end, it was a ton of work to get the house ready for Christmas. My wife she's got OCD and super clean, but the house just looks on point and just, it ended up being awesome.
I love it, man.
And then we got to just go bounce to Glamis, man. And Glamis was so much fun.
Was it busy?
We went from the day after Christmas and we came home the Friday before New Year's.
Oh, cool. Good.
And that whole week, shorts, t-shirt, weather.
Oh my gosh,
it rained
man.
one night while we were sleeping.
Wow.
And then woke up sunny, warm. It was
That's
rad.
awesome.
It was
though.
never. We weren't there when it was super busy. When we left Friday, it looked slammed. I mean, there was tons of people coming out. Yeah. Which was nice. And then we went to my in-laws in San Pedro for New Year's Eve.
Good, man.
Didn't drink, didn't do anything, just chilled.
Just chill.
Got home around 1 o'clock. And I swear I slept 20 hours the next 2 days. I don't
That's
know why.
awesome.
Like, what was it?
Because your body needed it, man.
I was like, dude, the weeks, the end of the year, just business, life, everything just kind of like, it took me like 3 days of solid, like just sleeping.
To get back into it.
What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like, what's like,
why am I so tired?
Yeah.
No, I think everyone, even Walker was telling me yesterday, he's like, dude, I don't know why I'm so tired. Like, he went to bed at 8 o'clock the other night and woke up at 7 a.m. the next day. I'm like, that's 11 hours, man. That's solid sleep. And he's like, I was still tired. And he's like, I thought that'd be, but I was like, I think just like, you're ending last year and now you're just kind of restarting, getting going again. And it's fine.
Too, it's probably how people like in Oregon feel. I mean, we don't.
That's true,
rain.
and we have.
Dude, it's been so gloomy for the last couple
weeks. It's depressing, man.
Yeah.
The gloom sucks. Like I was telling Chelsea, my girlfriend, I was like, this weather sucks. It makes me depressed. I just want sunshine. I need sunshine.
Oh, yeah, you just need it.
I don't know how people live in Alaska or live in freaking
oh my gosh,
Seattle or wherever.
I mean, there is so much. It's been, I mean, we're over here complaining.
I know we are. It's been raining for 4 days.
I mean, literally our rain is that the roads have got wet, right? That's pretty much it. But, all in all, man, 2022 was awesome.
Yeah.
And, 2023, I think is going to be a great year for us. Although, it kind of started off a little rocky with some of the news and stuff.
Rough.
That was like, it's kind of scary for like what 2023 is going to be.
It's like, why is this happening now? Like, why? What happened? Why? How? I think there were just so many questions because this isn't supposed to happen.
No, I mean there was 2 mega deaths.
Yeah,
just within 48 hours of
each other.
2023.
Yeah, that have like very affected our industry. I've never seen so many people come together, and it's still going. Like it's still the talk. It's still everything, and I don't think it's ever going to stop.
Do you want us to talk? I mean, talk about Ken?
I mean, Ken Block was a visionary. I mean, he was the man.
He influenced us when we were kids.
Yes.
And probably influenced a ton of you guys. Because I don't know that's like as well known as his videos are. He was the co-founder and owner of
DC.
DC.
Yeah.
DC Shoes. I mean, we all had
Everyone
DC shoes.
wore DC shoes.
That was it.
It
was DC, Osiris, and Etnies.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it, right?
Yep.
Vans was even really a popular skate shoe back then. It
No,
kind of
not
was,
then.
but not really.
No, it was more, I guess, more of a punk rock shoe, I guess, back then. But dude, DC was the shoe. Like you had to have it growing up. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's still, I'm blown away about the whole situation on.
Because you look at these people, you know who actually someone made a very good post is RJ Anderson. I don't know if you saw his recent post about it. You look at these people that are doing such awesome stuff, and you almost sometimes get like, you almost feel like they're fake after a while. Like
Absolutely.
they're a character.
Yes.
Right? And you don't realize that there's like the family, the home, the Christmas dinners, the presents, the traveling.
The everyday stuff that we live through. Yes.
And that's their job. And because when you look at him as like a character, you think of him almost as like invincible.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like,
you do. Absolutely.
Oh, they're going to pass away in this scene, this episode, and they're just going to come back. Like, you're still waiting for
you think they're in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And for someone like that, I mean, some of the stats, the Gymkhana.
It's unreal. I actually pulled up some of his stats this morning. Ken was 55 years old, and what he's accomplished in 55 years is more than 99.9% of people will do in a lifetime.
100%. Well, I mean, most of that, some of the biggest was done in the last 15 years.
Yeah. Of Gymkhana 1. I mean, Gymkhana 1 was 2008.
2008.
Yeah.
And in 2008, not everybody, you didn't have it on your phone.
No, you didn't have it on your phone.
It was a computer.
I remember seeing Gymkhana 1. I didn't know Ken Block in 2008. I mean, I was just out of high school. But I remember, I didn't know him as this drifting person or this car person in general. I remember there was a website called Shock Mansion that I used to go on every week and check out because they had a section called Random Radness. And it was just like you go on there and they posted random cool stuff. They're an Australian company. And Shock Mansion, they're huge, dude. Like, okay, I would go on their site all the time, just like look up the random stuff. Yeah. And it was Random Radness. And they just legit like blog almost about everything. And they had Gymkhana on there. in 2008. I'm like, oh, that's sick.
Well, because it was everything you ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go shredding dirt streets like this.
Exactly.
Like,
and dude, I think that was the first one when he was shredding the yard, the boat yard or whatever.
Oh yes, yeah.
And dude, it was I remember the scene that got me was a slow motion drifting through the lights. All the lights were lighting up, the bulb lights.
Yeah.
And just and it was the craziest thing. Like that for me is what I'll remember for a lifetime. Mm-hmm. And that was like my first impression of Gymkhana and Ken Block. And it was just so sick, man. Like that from there, I'm like, I want to do that. I want to film stuff like that.
Did you see amazing. Rob Dyrdek's post too? How he was, Rob Dyrdek, he was also
co-founder of
DC Shoes. Yep. And he was just saying how like that Gymkhana stuff, it just started from them doing like crazy skate videos.
Yeah.
And they just kind of took that model.
Oh, I can do this into
that.
Yeah.
And
that was their marketing for DC.
Yeah.
These Gymkhanas. Because at the very end, they'd have all their new shirts and their new shoes lined up. And that was their marketing behind it. And that's how they paid to get these made. And they didn't know they were going to blow up.
No.
They just did it because it was okay, let's try it.
I mean, how many views did Gymkhana get? Do you know?
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to look it up real quick. Let's see what it got. Let's look it up on here.
I mean, probably a ton.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, how many videos has he put out there?
10.
Wow.
I want to say Gymkhana 10 was his last. No, he just did Electric Kana. We did Hooten. He did Climb Kana. And all right, let's go. Gymkhana 1.
I'm trying to find it too, but I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I found the video, but
yeah, I'm trying to find that actual original post.
Let me see stats.
Well, number 5 has 114 million. Wow. Gymkhana 2, the infomercial, has 52 million.
Oh my gosh.
And it's on DC Shoes. They showed the first one on DC Shoes as well. All right, be quiet, YouTube. Okay.
Oh.
No, I'm throwing over. There you go. There we go. So this is Gymkhana 2.
1.2 million.
No, that's how many subscribers they have. This video has... Where'd their 11,000 comments?
I want 1.2 million subscribers.
Yeah, it'd be pretty solid.
All right, guys, you got to go tell all 1.1 million of your friends.
Subscribed. We got to do some cool stuff like this, though. All right, let's try to find Gymkhana 1 here.
Okay, I've got it right here, but I can't find the stats.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
yeah,
huge,
massive, man, and the reach that they've had over the years is absolutely mind blowing.
And to think that a snowmobile accident,
insane. Well, dude, he was an action junkie.
I guess
that was his life. His life was. That's what his whole life motto was: living life to the fullest, 100%.
You know, I try and tell my son too. You're always one decision away from changing your life.
Yeah.
Either for good or for bad.
Yep.
So just try to make right choices.
Yeah.
And not saying that he made a bad choice or anything. I mean, it's like, we went snowboarding a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And I tell the wife, I go, we're getting helmets. She's like, I'm not wearing a helmet. I don't need a helmet. And she got a new board and she's just like feeling this new board. Right?
Yeah.
Took off down the hill in the second run. She's hauling ass. I'm struggling to keep up with her. She caught an edge over some rollers. Boom, smashed her head, dude, knocked herself out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm like, how's that helmet now? Like, right? I'm looking like a goofball, dude, looking like a pencil. Dude,
you're already wearing your helmet?
Wearing my helmet.
Dude.
Like, going, just because, it's not even like you don't have to go do big tricks.
No, anything can happen, man.
Head.
No.
You literally just be going
slipping
straight,
out, hit ice.
Hit an edge. And
yeah.
I mean, like, the shit's concrete, man. It's going to hurt. And so, I don't want to sound like old. He's like over preparing for stuff because, when we were younger, we were fearless. And
didn't matter.
Ken, I think, still had that fearlessness
for sure,
which is, it's awesome. It's hard to find. It's hard to carry that going. I mean, there's only a handful of people out there, I think, still kind of run through fearless through their adventures and their excitement as they did when we were in their 20s. Most of us grow out of it. Clearly, it stayed, and they still have it.
Yep. He still has it, man. And he was, the thing is, he was so smart. He's such a smart person, so good at marketing, so good at everything he did. Mm-hmm. He took things to the next level before anybody did, always.
Well, he wasn't like, we did it. We made videos. It's done.
No.
It's awesome. He's like, whoa, we
What's
have
next?
all these followers, all these people out here. Hoonigan.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's when he sold. What year was it? Let's look at it. Year he sold. What year did he sell?
Hoonigan?
DC.
Oh, DC. Oh, that was shortly after. It was like probably 2010 or something like that.
Yeah, and then that's when he started Hoonigan. Mm-hmm. And then just took Hoonigan to the next level.
To a massive level.
Yeah, massive.
I mean, Hoonigan. What even is Hoonigan? Is there a meaning behind the Hoonigan and the name? Like, what is that?
To hoon. So to hoon is just to hoon, to burn tires, to hoon. Like you're hooning. Yeah. So you're out there just sending it.
No way.
Yeah, to hoon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing about Hoonigan. So it's not hooligan, it's Hoonigans.
Oh, you're right.
So hooligan is like
obviously,
a hooligan.
yeah.
And then a hoonigan is someone that do with cars.
I mean, because everybody rocks a Hoonigan decal.
Dude, yeah.
Like,
because it doesn't matter if you're drifting or you're off-roading or you're whatever you're doing, you're hooning your car.
You just full send.
Yeah, just full send. Just sending your car. So you're hoonigan. So pretty incredible, man. 2008, he had his first Gymkhana. And then Gymkhana 2, the infomercial one we just pulled up right there, was 2009. And then part 3, Hoonigan 3, which is part 2 of number 2, I guess you would say. That was 2010. That was Ford Fiesta. So that's when the Ford Fiesta came in.
Yeah, that one was pretty wild,
which was sick. Yeah, which is cool. So that's like, I think his first Ford deal when Ford came in.
Yeah.
And that's when Ford started really pushing for him. Gymkhana 4 was the Hollywood, which is dope. We did a Hollywood mega commercial.
Okay, yeah,
which was really awesome. That was a cool deal when they're doing with all the sets. They're at all the sets in Hollywood. So that was a really cool one. Let's see here. Gymkhana 5 was the ultimate urban playground in San Francisco. That was sick.
Oh, that was rad.
San Francisco was epic.
Because, I mean, you have all the downhill jumps and all the elevation changes.
Over it was so, dude.
Yeah.
That huge jump over the hill was so dope. Gymkhana 6 was ultimate Gymkhana grid course. That was Ford Fiesta, 2013. Gymkhana 7 was Wild in the Streets of Los Angeles. Craziest one, I think.
Really?
For me, it was one of my favorites, man. It was just, I think because LA, I know LA, so I think I knew all the parts that they were at.
The Long Beach bridges, everything.
Dude, it was the sickest. Dude, it was so dope. And then the final shot, man, he goes up the street that goes right above the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
And he just starts to just straight burnouts up there. And the craziest helicopter shot right above it was just the coolest thing, man. I love that one. So Gymkhana 7 was epic. That was the Mustang. So that was the first when the Mustang came into play.
Nice.
When he built that Mustang. That Mustang is so sick, man. It was insane. Gymkhana 8.
You're talking about the Hoonicorn, right?
The Hoonicorn, yeah.
Okay,
Hoonicorn,
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The Hoonicorn. And then Gymkhana 8 was Dubai. Dubai was a really cool one.
I don't remember that one.
He had Ford Fiesta again. So he had the Ford Fiesta for that one. And was in Dubai. And then he got Ken Block's Gymkhana 9 Raw Industrial Playground. That was 2016 in the Ford Fiesta. It feels like these were just yesterday. They don't feel like this long ago. It's crazy. Gymkhana 10 was the Ultimate Slaying Tour. That was in 2018. That was the Ford Fiesta. That was the Escort RS. That was awesome. And that was the Focus and then the Mustang and the F-150. So we had all the cars in that one.
Wow.
So he just went from spot to spot. And at the end of that one, that's when Charles Pastrana came in and was doing wheelies with him down the street. And he was doing circles around.
Oh, you're right.
So that's when they kind of brought Pastrana in to kind of take over. Like, all right, dude, it's yours now.
Yeah.
And it says other videos that he's done. He did Drifting London in the Mustang and the Hoonicorn. And they did Climbkhana, Pikes Peak Climbkhana was insane. Which is crazy. That wasn't even part of Gymkhana's because it was its own standoff video.
I saw the one where he raced Pikes Peak and stuff, and like just don't die, basically.
Yeah,
like,
dude, and dude,
wild.
that edge when he freaking
oh my gosh,
so insane. He's out of control.
It's so rad. I mean, like, you wish you could ask him, like, okay, was that really planned? I don't think you plan that. I don't think you plan to hang your tire over a cliff.
I mean, he wanted to get close, yes,
but I don't think he planned it to go like
they got that. He's like, I'm done. I got it. Never doing that again.
Never.
I know that one took him a long time because weather was not cooperating with them. Elevation was not cooperating with them because they had the twin turbo. Like they couldn't get to run right. Everything like that. I remember they were having problems with that. And then they took, the Huna truck to China, China's most dangerous road, the Tianmen Mountain. That was 2019, which also feels like it was done yesterday, which is crazy.
But all in all, I mean, like,
yeah.
To have those visions and the ideas, I'm sure it's, it wasn't just him alone with all the ideas, but he was influenced by so many to make it happen.
Yeah.
And he had just such a solid following, man.
He had a great crew around him for sure. But he brought the crew together. He brought great people together to make it all happen. And
he had just sold Hoonigan, I think, right?
Yeah, to Wheel Pros.
Yeah.
Wheel Pros just bought Hoonigan. Which is crazy.
That's awesome. I mean,
yeah,
it's awesome. And like, really, what it probably was doing is just opening the door for him to do something else awesome. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure his next step, or maybe he was gonna step back and just hang out with the family. I know his daughter Leah's really getting into racing. Okay. I think that's what hit me most about the whole thing, man. Is his family. Like, he's such a family man, and I guess I saw a lot more of him and his daughter. Like, we were legit just filming with Yokohama Tire out at Glen Helen for the NRX series, the Rallycross series, Pastrana's series. And we were filming with Leah there, his daughter. Yeah. And him and his daughter were there, like, he was there helping her get in, giving her tips. I'm like, that just hurts.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Really, like, I think, and that was 4 weeks ago, So it just really, like, it was so recent. And then, like, the morning that he passed away, he posted, oh, my daughter's first car build is done, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, man. This is insane.
Dude.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's so heartbreaking.
It's gone too soon, man.
I'm so heartbroken for a lot of my friends that were very close with them. I know B Moore, super close with them. Larry, dude, everyone that just so close with him. And it just sucks, man. It kills me because it hurt me and I couldn't imagine how it hurt them, and they're still hurting, and it sucks. It just really sucks.
Yeah, losing anyone close to you, man.
Yeah, and he was close to so many people and so many of our friends. It sucks, man. It's a very rough deal.
On top of that, safety gear is huge, right? And that's, I believe Ken probably rocked a lot of impact safety, Mastercraft seats throughout the days.
I'd say 80% of people do.
There was huge. I always wanted a impact safety suit.
It was the cool suit, dude. Like, that was the thing, man.
It all as for us, like, instead of going to get like a nice fitted business suit, it was a bitchin' race suit. You want to get all fitted, all nice. I think it's Sparko and the generic ones that have like a car tech and stuff.
All sick, man. Yeah.
Well, some things just feel a little more pro. Like, he just like gets your mind right.
Absolutely.
And Robbie Pierce, he raced.
He raced trophy truck.
Raced trophy truck. I'm not sure if he got into the short course too much.
I don't know if he did much short course. He did SST for a little bit, a couple of races SST. He raced Dakar.
He raced Dakar.
Yep.
Yeah.
He raced Dakar. He was just into off-road racing. He was a huge
you have
advocate.
to, when you're building seats and safety equipment for it. He tested his stuff. He was out there. He was racing with it. He put his life in his product's hands too.
Yep. So he started, I don't know what year he started Impact Safety or Mastercraft Safety.
It was Mastercraft seats, and then it went to Impact.
Yeah. And then they got bought out by Sparko.
Yes.
Sparko bought them out years ago.
Mm-hmm. And then he just recently they bought Gemco.
Oh, he bought Gemco. That's what it was. He bought Gemco,
which is a race car brand, I guess you can say, that's been around for as long as racing's been around.
Building trophy trucks.
Yeah, and just because he just was passionate about it too, and these Ken and Robbie, obviously they're two different worlds, two different generations, ages. But the same path,
right?
Like both
entrepreneurs, both creators. Those very smart people.
And just both people that you just like don't think anything can happen to.
I know.
It starts making you think like about like friends more around you, like just makes you kind of think about like, you know, what's really important. And just like at a certain point,
it is a reality check.
It friggin' is, because you're just like, you know,
it is a reality check.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Yep.
Let's continue making memories.
Yep.
And let's move forward, right?
Yeah.
And let's not sweat the small stuff.
You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
You know, work is work. That's all. And it's always gonna be work.
Yeah.
And work should be just your tool to provide all these memories and fun.
Exactly,
and
man.
That's it is.
Yeah.
So separate them.
Yeah. And that's where I think I'm super blessed with this year and what it's come down to. Like, I was working nonstop on the road, nonstop. And it ended for me this year. And I was really worried about it. But then also I'm like, thank God. Because I have had the best last half of the year that I've ever had in my life.
Dude, right? I was going cleaning out some of my closets and stuff at the office, like just stuff that's been there forever. And I pulled out like some old like wall calendars I used to use like back when we were doing the hot rod power tours and traveling. I was looking at my schedule for like 4 months, going like I was only home maybe 2 days a week.
Oh my God.
And then traveling, going around, and I'm so thankful at this point to not be doing that, because I'm spending time with my son, my wife, my nieces, my nephews, my family,
enjoying
my
life,
friends, and just like enjoying what we can. I think once you start having fun with your life, fun with where you're at, then you'll start improving it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you start, you learn from a lot of it, and you figure it out. Because I feel like I was on the road a lot and doing a lot of things. Now that I've been home, I'm making more money. My quality of life is better. Mm-hmm. I'm way more happy.
Yeah.
Chelsea doesn't hate me anymore because I'm actually home. All in all, it's been an amazing couple of months that I've been able to change the way I've done business and I've lived my life, and it's so good. The podcast is so much fun. I look forward to it. Dude, it's been an awesome 2022. And don't get me wrong, dude, I'm super grateful for all the times I've had on the road and all the experiences I've had and the places I've been able to go and the people I've been able to meet and see. But this has been an awesome end of the year.
My wife was like, so what are you looking forward to this year? And I'm like, I hate setting like goal, or I don't want to say I hate setting goals.
Yeah.
But I hate like almost setting, I guess, unrealistic types of things,
for sure.
I guess. Or I hate like going, oh, I'm excited because of this, and this is going to happen on this day, and I'm so excited for that. But if it doesn't happen, it's just kind of like, it's a letdown.
Yeah.
And I told her, I go, I'm just excited for all the new opportunities and new adventures that are going to come this year. Like the new life experiences, new things.
Because you never know.
Knowledge,
That's what,
new everything.
That's such a good way to
It's not
look
going to
at
be
it.
last year. I'm just excited for a new future, like a future. Like what's ahead?
Something new.
I don't know what's ahead, but I'm excited to find out what it is. And some of it's going to be bad, some of it's going to be good, but it's all going to continue just molding us and taking us down that path.
I agree, man, which is
that's
awesome.
What I'm excited for.
Yep.
And I said that prior to finding out about Ken and all of them, and going like, whoa, okay, dude, there's a weird vibe on 23 already. But it's not even just that it's a weird vibe. It's I think we all needed it too. Just like, hey,
it was a reality check, man.
Focus, move forward.
It hit me, man. That hit me hard, way harder than I expected. Like I saw it on Instagram, and my heart just dropped. Like, what the?
It's crazy. So speaking of challenges, have you ever done like one of those weight loss challenges?
I signed up for one years ago. It was like first form.
So you're trying to exercise, right? My wife packed me lunch. Maybe you and we should have like.
I'm down. I'm down 100%. Yeah.
It'd be like what, like a percentage or something, right?
That'd be cool.
Like, what? Like, how would we do it? Like, do like a 60-day type of thing?
I'd be down for like a 60-day challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we start now, 60 days, it gives us. If we do it until, let's just do it until. Let's see here. Let's look at the calendar. It's January 5th. Do it all the way to January, February, March 1st.
March 1st. Okay.
March 1st or March 5th. Gives us 2 months.
March 5th. All right. And so we're going to have to do a weigh-in.
Okay.
What's the loser get? And what's the winner get?
I mean,
should we
ask? What should we? Maybe ask the fans. What do our listeners think? What should we get?
I mean, I have an idea, but I don't know.
What's the idea? You gotta throw it out there. You can't just like, I have an idea.
The loser has to do like a bikini photo shoot.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Right.
Hey, at least we'll look a little bit better than we do now.
I hope
at
we're
least.
gonna look better than we are now.
I mean, I don't think we'll increase.
But I mean, if you think you're going to lose, then it's,
Yeah.
you have nothing to lose.
You have nothing to. Well, yeah,
Hopefully you have a lot to lose.
You have a lot to lose. Well, let's figure that out. Let's see. We'll figure it out. Oh my God, that's
Like,
so
you know,
bad.
you do like those, like back in the day, like the girls would go do like those fancy glamour shots for the
Oh,
husbands.
yeah.
You have to do that.
Boudoir shots.
The loser has to do that. Or we both, yeah.
Shit, man.
Or the winner does, we both have to do it, but the winner just gets to keep it to himself and give it to his
Get some
wife. And the
private
loser has to actually show our fans.
Oh my God. Well, think about. I don't want to sign a contract for that yet.
Okay, all right. Or, yeah, I mean, we'll have to figure that
We'll
one
figure it
out.
out though. Well, I'm in though, 100% till March 5th.
Cool.
January, February, March 5th.
Or the winner gets like the fancy ones, and then like the other one's gonna do like the
A
old
really
school
ghetto
glamour
one.
shots. This glamour shots.
That'd be
like-
pretty amazing, dude. I love it.
Awesome. Well, guys, I mean, 2023 is there's a lot going. We have a lot coming forward. Lots of awesome guests. We can't wait to learn from all of our guests. We hope you guys are learning from our guests as well and us, as it's been super exciting, super
Yeah.
fun. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue doing this.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it
We're gonna
going.
do it. And our list of guests that we have coming forward are going to. I'm not saying that we have bad guests, but we have
but we just
so many
keep-
different
keep
varieties
more and more,
of people.
yeah, varieties too.
Like, it's an awesome learning experience. And
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, we don't need famous people. Like, we don't want famous people.
No,
We want
it's not about that.
real
It's just
people.
about-
If you
yeah.
have an awesome story and you want to get on here, guys, reach out to us. We'd
Yeah, let us
love to.
know.
Or know a friend or know something that'd be awesome. Like, we just love hearing cool stories. Like,
Yeah.
imagine, like, you just at a bar, having a drink, met someone, talking to them,
Yep.
and you bullshit for the next hour over just cool stuff. Or
Cool
around a
stuff.
campfire, and, grandpa's old
I mean, that's what we do. That's our life
stories,
anyway.
like-
So yeah, we love the stories. We love the. We like to hear how you got to where you are now, whether it's you or your family or whatever it is. I think we love hearing the stories. So
Yeah, one of our next guests, I mean, he's by no means famous or anything, but he started out by detailing cars, and now is the owner of 3 different businesses, employs himself
Entrepreneur.
over hundreds of people, and has worked his way up through an entire industry. And he's not even in the automotive industry, but he's been a fan of it, kind of dabbled in it a little bit throughout the ways, and just was hungry and excited for more.
he's hungry.
Oh, one of our next guests too after that is someone who's started an off-road brand, huge into marketing, wrote like sponsorship proposals back then. People wrote sponsorship proposals, graphic design them for some of the
At the
biggest,
beginning.
some of the biggest names out there in racing still right now, and is part of a UTV brand that is huge. Like, we want to know the story. We don't care about the success is
How
just
you
the
got
result
there.
of hard work. We want to know
Yeah.
how you got there.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. How you got there, how it is, the challenge that you took to get there. But I don't know, man. It's exciting. We're excited for the podcast. We're excited to keep it going. But speaking of challenges, real quick, Dakar Rally's going on right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So I heard you can watch it on Peacock, right? Is that what it is?
Oh, it might be.
So at Peacock, I guess you can watch it on, and you can
Rad.
actually go back and rewatch it. So you don't have to watch it live.
Oh, okay, because it's in the middle of the night. That's the problem for us. Is it's middle of the night right now because it's in Saudi. I'm pretty sure right now. Dude, Dakar is one of the craziest races in the world history. By the way,
Well, like, we think of the Baja 1000 as being the most epic, crazy race. And by all means, it's crazy.
it's crazy for sure.
But it's like 4 days of Baja 1000,
yeah.
right?
If that, it's like 2 days, usually 20 or 48 hours, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But you're down there for a week before pre-running.
No,
These
I'm
guys
talking
are
about the car rallies, like 4 days of the Baja 1000,
Oh,
right?
it is. Yeah. No, it is 12 days of racing, I believe.
12 days.
12 stages. Wow. It's insane. It started in 1979, and they ran it in Europe and Africa till 2007. But in 2008, they got threats there. So
From
they
like land use owners.
it was
and
land use
stuff.
owners. Some they got threats from something. So they actually canceled 2008 in Africa. Like, so we can't do this anymore because of the threat. So they canceled 2008. 2009 through 19 was in South America, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I actually looked all this up today because I'm like, I don't know the kind of the history behind it.
I don't know
I
it
followed the
either.
cars for so long.
Yeah.
But I don't know it. And then in 2020, it moved to Saudi Arabia. and it's still in Saudi Arabia, which is
most
incredible.
I think what most people probably know it as or have been like probably the greatest marketing tool that they have is like, some of the videos on YouTube when you see the semi trucks bombing it out there. Like, how do you not how does that not get your attention?
I don't get it,
Watching
dude.
a 13,000 pound vehicle just smash through there.
Unreal.
Was it someone tried racing Baja 1000 in it once?
Really?
I'll have to look up. I just saw it.
That's rad.
It was a massive fail. It
Didn't
got
work.
stuck. It was too heavy. They couldn't do it. But it's in a museum somewhere. But they
How
tried
did they
bringing
do it?
one here.
How did they do it over there then?
I have no idea.
Because they're going through the dunes and those things, like just bombing everything.
I don't know. It didn't work well
Here.
here.
Unreal.
I'll have to look it up, and maybe we'll look it up.
Well,
afterwards.
it's crazy. So it's wild. So you're allowed to have support vehicles, but you cannot have your pit crew out supporting you out there. You can only have your pit crew at your pits.
Yes.
Or it's not called the pits. It's the
I'm not sure what it's called.
I can't remember. It's something crazy.
Someone will probably check us. I'll fact check this.
Yeah, but anyways. But I remember when Team USA raced last year, which brings us back to Robbie Pierce. Robbie Pierce actually built their Razors the Polaris Razors to race it.
Wow.
I mean, the Matlocks raced it. Chris and Matlock and her husband, they raced it, which was really awesome. But they had one of those big trucks on their team. And the only reason it was on the team is so they could help them when they're on the field if they break. So they carried all the parts in it. Yeah. So that was the only reason. They weren't racing to win in that truck. It was a chase truck. It was entered to help in their support vehicles. So that's what a lot of those big ones are entering to be support vehicles.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong. They have the class and they are racing them as well.
Well, they bomb them too.
They bomb them, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're extending them. So I thought that was really cool. I didn't really understand that until they did it. I'm like, oh, that's incredible, man.
Well, from an American standpoint, it's never been really an American race.
It's never been an American race.
It never really got much exposure or anything over here, at least for me, until Robbie Gordon started racing.
Yeah, Robbie started racing it.
He was racing the Hummer one.
The Hummer.
He had the, what was the other round?
The mini, I can't remember what's that called now.
It almost kind of looks like
Gordini. It was a Gordini.
Yeah, the Gordini.
Dude, that thing is sick, man. I love that thing.
Watching him go over there, I mean, anyone that knows Robbie Gordon knows that he's gonna send it, right?
Yeah, he's a nut.
He usually just sends it to those stops. And so it was just really curious. I don't think he ever had finishing success.
I don't think he ever won.
A few stages.
I'm sure he won some stages or whatever, but I don't think he's ever won it.
But that's when the spotlight was kind of put on it from an American standpoint.
Mm-hmm. It was, which is good, man. We really appreciate him doing that because it did bring it to the Americas.
It was awesome. All America is pretty much, at least in off-road, is love him or hate him, was rooting for him. Like,
you want him to win. Everyone, yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, you either love Robbie or you hate him. So it was like people, but I think everyone was stoked that he was there and everyone was rooting for him for sure.
Just recently we had a few Americans that actually won, right?
2019, Ricky Brayreck was actually the first American to win Moto, which was huge.
But so, I mean,
massive.
How many miles is it? Do you know? Roughly?
It's not miles. It's
kilometers.
Kilometers. Let's see here. I have all the info here, but
I'm
covered
curious,
very
like,
your
roughly.
short distance of 800, 900 kilometers. You're racing 500 to 560 miles per day.
560 miles a day.
Yeah, per day.
For 10 to 12 days.
Yep.
On a dirt bike.
That's insane, man.
And it's not even like, I mean, they're like those enduro, like Honda or BMW dirt bikes too. I don't know what he raced on, but I mean, these things are big desert bikes. These things aren't light.
Oh, no, they're
fully
freestyle
dirt bike.
And you can't have a GPS. It's all paper maps.
That's so rad. I
Insane.
love that.
It's all paper maps. So you're going, kilometers, you're going 200 kilometers, you're going right. 200 kilometers, you're going left. And you're just like, oh.
Yeah, and you're trying to race.
And it's legit. You're fat. Like the fastest person there wins.
So that was the first person on the bike.
Casey Curry won the same year in a UTV. Can-Am.
Can-Am.
Yep.
Which that was huge too.
Massive. Yeah. It was
Really
a big
huge.
deal. It was really, really cool, man.
Well, and because UTVs had a lot of focus on them because they were Can-Ams and all the UTVs really became big UTVs around that time.
Yes, around the time.
And that was one of the big pushes when you had all the factory support, everybody going, and for Can-Am to like go out there and do it was giant.
Now we got a bunch of Americans over there, which is awesome. You got
Yeah.
Mitch Guthrie. You got
Seth Quintero.
Yeah, Seth Quintero. You got AJ Jones. There's a bunch of Americans. You got Skyler Rowe or something like that. He's on bikes as well. He's on Honda. We're racing with Ricky. Ricky crashed out on stage 3 this year, so he's done. Brayreck.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he crashed out on stage 3. He is okay. I think he's flying home I don't know, yesterday or today or something. But it sucks, man. It's heartbreaking because they train all year for this. This is what they train for. This is the only. I mean, they do other rallies and training, but it is racing, man. And I think he's in good spirits. And I know Sarah Price was posting about it because they're dating. They've been together for a long time now. But I don't know, man. It's crazy times for sure. And I'm glad Ricky's okay. It sucks he crashed out.
Yeah,
but he'll get back there. He'll get back there and he'll win another Dakar for sure because he's incredible.
Watch that stuff tonight.
I know. I need to jump on it. I just been following Fishgistics on online,
really?
and he gives you the whole lowdown on who's doing what, who's doing well, but it's cool, man. It's been a really good. I think it's been a good year for America.
And so they're in South America still right now?
Saudi.
Yeah,
okay. Saudi Arabia right now. So
could you imagine those racing out there with no GPS, no nothing, in the middle of a desert, in a country you've never even been before?
So insane. Because
you can't really pre-run it either, right?
No, you do no pre-running.
Yeah.
Just show up and go.
Just that way.
Insane. Yeah, it looks like here, it's cool. Fish, actually. If you guys want to follow along, Fish just post daily on what everyone's doing. So it looks like, Mitch Guthrie actually won yesterday's stage 4. So that's awesome.
That is really awesome.
So Mitch is doing really well. Austin Jones, he got 4th. Oh, Seth got 16th yesterday. But he won the 2 day before, I believe. So it's really awesome. Skylar Howells got 3rd. He's an American. Toby Price is Australian, but they call him American. So he got 4th, so he's 5th overall right now. Skylar's 2nd overall. Mason Klein, and Ricky crashed out stage 3. But I don't know. It's cool. It's an incredible race. It's really awesome to see America out there and doing well and representing.
Well, speaking of incredible races, Supercross. Ooh, is it called Supercross anymore?
No.
What
is it called now? Super Motocross.
Super Motocross or something now? Yeah.
Or Motor Supercross.
I
don't know why they changed the name though.
I don't know.
I heard they changed the track styles.
Well, no. So what it is, it's from what I understand. I haven't even looked at it. That's all hearsay, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so you have Supercross A1, but they also have outdoor events in the championship. So the Supercross Championship, they do like the Triple Crown, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the overall Supercross Championship, they're East and West, has outdoor events tied in with the championship. So to win the championship, you got to win an outdoor events and stadium.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Which is kind of cool because
tough.
outdoors badass.
Yeah, it's insane.
And it doesn't get
the play that Supercross does.
And it might bring both around. So I mean, A1's this week in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Should be awesome to see.
All I know is Roxon's on Suzuki again. That's all I know.
I can't believe that.
I just feel like I'm so out of the loop, man. I'm sure like Marvin Musquin and all those guys are still. I just butchered his name. Sorry, but
Jet should be there. Yeah. Is Tomac? Is he still racing?
Honestly, I don't know.
Should we just look it up real quick?
Yeah, look it up. See who's racing. I'm on their Instagram right now, but I don't know who's racing. Yeah, Tomac's still racing. On Cowie.
Because I thought this was going to be his last year.
Okay, so it's called Super Motocross, yeah.
Super Motocross.
World Championship.
World Championship.
So it looks like it's both. They have Supercross, which is regular, and then Super Motocross if you're competing outdoors as well. Oh, Aaron Plessinger, he's great.
I didn't even know it was this weekend. My son was like,
I'm so out of it.
Hey, I'm going to Supercross. My wife's like, hey, you want to go? I go, yeah, whenever. It starts in January. I'm like, she's like, it is January. It's this weekend. I go, oh my gosh. I go, I guess we're not going.
I guess it's in January. Like, turns out it's January 5th. Weird.
Serious. So then, it's always a fun one, though. I hope they have it this year. San Diego was always
San Diego's fun because you go downtown and party out there. It's the best.
Yeah. I was actually one of the first dates me and my wife went to.
Really nice.
Was San Diego Supercross. Yeah. That one's January 21st. They come back to Anaheim on the 28th. I'm going to have to plan for that one. But now everything is only streamed on Peacock.
Yeah, I know they're doing that.
Peacock.
Yep.
Except for the gate drop. This one is on USA tomorrow night.
Really?
Wild, yeah. But other than that, everything else is on Peacock.
Exciting.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's wild, man. But, cool.
Well, yeah,
guys, enjoy racing. There's going to be a ton of fun stuff out there. We got some awesome guests. Bryant, thank you. Post more rad shit because you guys have no idea how cool of the equipment they have.
It's been fun. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 1 of the year. We're getting going, man. We're super excited. So See you on the next one.
New Year
Happy
to
New Year.
you.
Oh, God. We're out.
Whoa. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got 'em picking up the pieces.